Good morning, I'm Chip.
Hey, good morning, I'm Steve.
Good morning, I'm Kurt.
Good morning, I'm Cliff.
Good morning, I'm Ralph.
And this is Chip's Garage. Today, well, let me do a couple shout outs first before we get going. I'm so excited about what we got going on. But anyway, I want to do a shout out to Tara, FloridaCarShows.com, FLA.com, carshows.com. Check out every show in Florida. Great monthly newsletter, all kinds of stuff.
And Kelly and Nick at Nature Coast Cruising Magazine. Awesome people, awesome magazine. And
lots of color in it. That's
lots
a
of
great
beautiful,
magazine.
beautiful.
Check it out. And last but not least,
Right
Leadfoot
here,
City.
Leadfoot City is coming.
We're meeting them next week, aren't we?
supposed to be meeting them.
Yeah.
We're trying to get hooked up there.
Steve and I are actually going and meeting with the owner, right?
Yep.
Achilles and
Hopefully things are gonna go.
yeah, we're excited about that. Well, let's talk about today. So today we're going to talk about big car shows across the United States, but we're going to focus on one today.
Yes.
Yeah. So, man, there's some unbelievable stuff. You know, Steve and I want to go to SEMA one day.
Yes.
So anybody out there that can hook us up and get us into SEMA, give us a shout out. We'd like to do it. But there's a lot of car shows where you drive your cars long distance. I've always wanted to do Route 66
I know.
myself.
Everybody wants to.
Yeah,
bucket
right.
list. Bucket
yeah,
list.
right. It is a bucket list. Have you guys done Route 66?
Yeah.
Oh, no. We'll have to talk about that in our time. But it's really cool to take a trip and go to one of these big car shows. So we're going to just enlighten you a little bit today about a certain car show, Steve.
Yes. The LA Road Show, Roadster Show. Is that
I'm going to
Roadster
let these
Show,
gentlemen
Kurt?
come on in.
Yeah, Kurt. LA Roadster Show is correct. In
Right.
California.
Pomona.
Now, this is Florida, and that's Pomona. What, 3,500 miles away?
About 3,000 miles out there.
Okay,
so.
3,000 miles. Okay, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the Roadster Show, they put that on every year in Father's Day weekend.
Father's Day weekend.
Father's Day weekend, and they have that in Pomona. And we come from all over the country and some foreign countries to go to the Roadster Show.
Wow.
We drive out from here. We don't trailer cars, but the Roadster Show.
Wait a minute. You said you do not trailer cars. They drive.
It is trailers for horses.
I like that.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah,
too?
sure.
You mentioned people come from foreign countries.
Oh, yeah.
So
They
they
bring cars?
Yeah.
they ship their cars over?
Yep, they ship their cars over. You get to drive out and the registration is free. It was a couple of years they charged us, but they figure, I guess, if you drive out from Florida or wherever,
You paid your dues.
you paid your dues, so it's a free show. And it's all roadsters.
How many? Show up.
Probably 3,500 roadsters. It covers the Pomona Fairgrounds out there.
You know, real quick, a roadster. Define a roadster.
A roadster is, I guess you would call it with no top on it, or a top that folds down on it. It can be up to a 35. I don't know how else you would define it. It's just a roadster with no top, and you can run them with no wheels or with, no fenders or with fenders. It doesn't make no difference. But that's one of the qualifications. Up to, I think it's 35 is roadsters.
So a 1935.
1935.
Well, the thing is, the GIs were coming home from World War II, finding these cars and fenders on there, stripping them off, and they were making roadsters and hot rods, fenderless, and just go down the road and just barrel on down the road. What you got? Huh?
Well, the accomplishment was build a car. And I'm not a builder, but to build a car and to drive it from here to California and back.
Yeah.
And on the way out, I usually look up, the hot rod shops from here to California, and I try to get in there, or we try to get in there at nighttime, and the next morning we just drive over to the hot rod shop, no advance notice, and everybody's been real nice and welcome us in.
Was there one had a smorgasbord? Who was that?
We was going to go over to what they call John, I believe, John's place, to his place, and we go there the next day, and to our surprise, there was a table set up, and they stowed dinner for us.
Oh, wow.
Cordon
Nice.
bleu.
Oh man.
And a lot of the places and out there where we go to, they're really nice about the guys that drive out. We had one company that they they celebrated us coming out there about being at lunchtime, and they had a buffet for us.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that was nice. That was nice.
One thing I'm hearing here, and I've heard this before, I've never made a long trip like I used to on bikes, Harleys, I used to do Harley stuff, but with the cars it's really almost more about the trip, isn't it?
Yeah, it's can you build a car and drive it to California?
yeah.
And we did run part of 66. You can't run all of 66 because now they have expressway that interferes with it. But the cool thing was one place in 66. You go into Kingman, Arizona, and you pick up 66 in Kingman. You run that for about 2 hours. It goes over to Oakland, which is an old western town, and they close the streets off at 12 o'clock, and they do a shootout.
Oh.
And so it's really a neat town. If you ever go out 66, you got to stop. That's just before you get to California, and it's a really a nice thing to do.
Cool.
The teepees are my favorite.
Yeah, we did the Petrified Forest.
Yeah.
We did that one, and we'd run a different route. Sometimes we run 10 out, sometimes we run 20 out, sometimes we run 40. This guy run in Indianapolis one time. They went up on the upper part of the country, and they run Indianapolis around to the Indianapolis track. We went across 10 all the time. We just run a different route.
Yeah, because again, it's about the trip. Well, I think we need to get into the
let's get
cars
into
a
the
little
cars,
bit
yeah.
here. So let's start. These are the two that actually drove there, correct?
But they all have small block Chevys.
Yeah.
So you could go to any part store and buy a part if you break down, basically. Basic.
But these cars did not exist. These are not cars that you could buy down when it was 32 Ford. These are reproduction bodies that we put together. Most of them was about 2 years to put together. They're the same bodies. We have a friend that did the bodies.
This
as
is him?
far as the fold-down tops. Butcher
Butcher
built is we call Steve Crasher, which was the original guy on the fold-down tops. So we call him the Butcher Built because you be in his garage and he can manage to fall over something or break something. So we call him the Butcher Built. That's where the Butcher Built bikes. So we all run that. You need to have a convertible. But these cars are fiberglass, and we use these cars. These cars are not like a Dearborn Deuce. Dearborn Deuce is like our cars, because we started these cars in '96 with the fold-down tops. Most Roadsters, you either take the top off and put it in the room, or you fold it down the back. These cars here opens up, and our tops fold down behind the seat.
Can we show you?
Yes, we can show you how those. If
Now,
you wanna open up the-
now I never knew this, but this is very unique. If you look at it, both the cars have it.
Right.
This is the unique part about it because this is where it folds down into the top.
Right.
You wouldn't even notice it, really. I didn't notice it.
Well, Dearborn, we're gonna get away from this, but the other company that makes the steel ones, they open them up all the way to the front.
Okay.
But they took the design off of this because I know because the first car was made in '96.
Ah, it's a button on it. Oh, wow.
If I can find it.
That doesn't open up no more. You gotta undo the hatch.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the straps.
We had window regulators that open the tops up, but now and then it's manual.
93.7 K-Country.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Well, at least you know he talk or listens to good music on the way over. You know, top down. What a beautiful day for it.
You didn't hook that back up.
I had it open the other day. Okay.
Wow.
These top opens up.
These go up.
Yeah.
Just like a
Okay, here we
retractable
go.
top. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
There it is.
There we go.
Okay, so you can see in here if you want to look in here. You can
it.
see
This
what
comes
happens.
Up, yeah, it comes up. and it's- It's really concealed in a nice spot.
Beautiful.
You would have never known.
You want to?
This comes up very easy.
Look at that. There you go.
Very nice.
And this comes
And then
down. then that goes back down.
And then those all
Almost
clip
like-
around, yeah.
Almost like the old T-birds, huh?
We
Yeah,
started,
very nice.
Steve started out using an MGB top frame. It's been lengthened
Okay.
to make it fit.
Wow.
This is it's quite a thing because you can always have your top wheel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, it's not in the motel room.
Yeah.
right.
or that. So these, if we did these 3 cars at one time. We did this one, and one more, and guys' garages back and forth from one garage to the other one. The same bodies, but different after that. So everybody is.
You have side curtains?
Yes. Yeah, we have side curtains that goes in there.
Good, good. So what else can you tell us about the cars? Your trip. Tell us a little bit about the trip. You had some breakdowns as normal, huh?
Well,
They're light. I mean, nothing major.
the first trip we went out with my car, I had a leaking oil seal out in Texas, Longview, Texas, and we use a thing called the Fellow Pages, which is put out by NSRA.
Okay.
And it's at the helpline. It makes no difference where you at. You get the phone book out, but now you get on the computer and you look at street rod, and they come out with a list of guys that's willing to help you.
Nice.
And we got into the guy's shop with their new seal in the car and axle, and basically that's my trouble on 83,000 miles that I have on this car.
Well, that's great.
Well, let's go back. I mean, you parked the cars real close to each other one night at a hotel, and you come out the next morning, and
Yeah, we
you heard a noise as you're driving down the road, and
yeah, we was all wound up the first day out, the first trip, and I think we run over to Lafayette, Louisiana, and it was dark, so we was really wound up, you know. And so we get the motel, and the guy said, "Well, you should park your cars around front." And that was a bad sign for us.
Yeah.
So we parked it. So me and my buddy parked our cars together, so they couldn't get to the wheels. But the next day, I had a little noise, and that was the one I thought was the oil still leaking, but come to find out they were loose lug nuts.
Wow.
So I think they tried to get the wheel off, but they couldn't get the lug nut.
Yeah.
The spindle.
Yeah, wow. He brings something up, Steve, here about the car community. Sure. You know, talking about on his way out there and the list and how people are willing to help. That and of course this channel is about keeping this whole thing going, right? The car community, the older cars. There's a great community out there. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Lots of people willing to help online, and all these different kind of shows. And if you want to make a long trip, just do your research beforehand, right? Knowing who to join.
You can go to fellowpages.com, which is an NSRA organization.
Okay.
And that's nationwide, not only in the United States, but worldwide, Sweden, Australia.
Oh, nice.
Only thing you need to do, if you're in an area, you look up the zip code where you're at.
Right.
Look up the closest guy to you, make a phone call. I've never been refused help, going from coast to coast.
Yeah.
I always get a nice guy. Most of the time, 90% of the time, they don't charge you anything.
Wow.
They charge you for parts.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know, it's like a big family out
Yeah.
there on the road.
That's great.
Me and my wife run a lot of miles in this one by herself.
Yeah.
But we got the telephone. We got the telephone number for
Yeah.
him. So
Now,
that's-
just so the viewers know, he's mentioned NSRA, which is National Street Rod Association, just for those who don't
right.
know. So we're running low on time a little bit.
Let's
Let's
look at
work
back
our
here.
way over.
Okay, let's look at what are they? What these taillights? What are they?
those are Pontiacs.
Pontiacs.
Those
Okay.
are Pontiac tail lights.
I like them. And that's what 39 Ford. Or
39 Ford.
39 Ford. Okay.
I also run what you call a third brake light.
I
which
see
is
that. It's kind of hidden, but it's
there.
really nice.
It's just done underneath.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. Now he took the gas tank out, and this is where the original gas tank would be.
Right.
Yours is deleted with the frame rails, but yours is it's like Chip's garage is deleted, but it has a Nerf bar. And that isn't. So they both have gas tanks. But if you notice Chip's hot rod and this hot rod, Chip's is a 5-window coupe.
Right.
And these are all Roadsters.
Right.
And then they have a 3-window, like we did a 33 3-window that was suicide door. So they really did some really neat cars.
Well, that was back when Hot Rodders started, which he mentioned.
Yeah,
so.
if you ever get a chance out on the road, which we did the last time, it wasn't in my car, but it was in a friend of mine, Roadster. We always went up to Speedway Motors up in was a good trip. We went to California, back to Pueblo, Colorado, up to Lincoln, Nebraska, and back home. We never reserved rooms ahead of time. We always just 5 o'clock in the afternoon or somewhere we grab a motel. But that Speedway Motors out in Lincoln, Nebraska is a great place to go to.
I bought quite a few things for you from Mike. But Steve, let's get
Okay, I want to show you this.
We're running out of time here.
I want, come on over here and focus on this right here. Tell us, Kurt, come on over here. Tell us about that.
The Breakfast Club. Okay, the Breakfast Club. I belong to a breakfast club in Michigan. It's for years up there. They started up there back in '81. When I came down here in '93, about 90, I think it was '98, I saw a bunch of old guys around here driving cars. So I said, "Hey, Kurt, let's start another breakfast club down here." So we started another breakfast club down here. So we ran plaques with this breakfast club on them. So we have a meeting on Saturday morning at Nick's on 19. We also have a meeting on.
And what is Nick's?
It's a 1,000 Island restaurant.
Oh, okay.
So we meet there on Saturday morning for breakfast. A group of guys do. The breakfast club originated. The plaque originated from Jerry Kennedy out in Pueblo, Colorado. He had the plaques. So I got in touch with him, and Jerry's an NSRA guy from way back, and so I got in touch with him, and he okayed us to use his breakfast club plaque, the same thing as they're used out in Colorado, which was nice. Like I said, most NSRA guys are just like family.
Yep. Again, the community, there's clubs, there's breakfast clubs, there's dinner clubs, there's clubs that take tons of trips, there's clubs that do all of it. We did one over, Wellington.
Thank you.
Wonderful guys, Wellington. Let's give them a call out.
Plug, yes.
Yeah, let's.
Go ahead, Chip.
So yeah, let's talk about this just for a second, because you didn't make the trip, right? No. But how do you use your car? So what do you do with it?
Mainly, it's a driver every day.
Really?
I drive it
Yeah.
everywhere I go. The wife goes grocery shopping in it.
Really?
Wow.
Yes, she does.
Yeah. So there's so many uses, so many different kind of cars, but so many uses. You have no desire to take a long trip or anything, right?
I'd love to.
Oh, you'd love to, but
Yeah. I come down here. I've been here a year since in this month.
Okay.
I met these guys last October. They kind of took me under their wing. I joined the Breakfast Club, and I love driving.
yeah.
The shows, they're nice to go to. Trophies, I don't want,
Yeah.
but just to drive.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you know, one thing I like is, somebody was asking me earlier, I don't remember, but I drive my cars every week. At least once a week, I make sure all my cars get out. At least.
You have to, yeah.
But well, you don't have to. A lot of guys don't, like he's saying.
But
And even
ethanol, and then your battery,
Yeah,
and your
that's true.
tires. You
Yeah,
gotta
you're-
keep everything lubed.
you're right. The worst thing you can do is sit.
Yeah.
I get this out 3, maybe 4 days a week.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Good.
That's
Can I
awesome.
take it to the grocery store?
Sure.
I like it.
Keys are in it.
Keys are in
Now
it.
yours is
Nice.
fiberglass as well.
Yes, it's
Right?
a-
Is it the same body?
No.
No.
Okay.
This is a Kilborn body.
Oh, a Kilborn, yeah.
Okay.
And a Kilborn chassis.
Okay.
Awesome.
Hey, look at this. Look at this. Come
Oh,
over here.
yeah,
Focus
look
in.
at this
I
right
like
here.
this. But then turn to you.
I
Look at
didn't
this.
see that.
Now let's turn over here and look at this.
Palm tree.
It's just something real subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long is these paint jobs? How long is
This car, I would say 21 years old.
Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful.
This is original paint on it. Has not been touched up.
Beautiful. And you drove it out there and back 4 times?
3 times.
Three
This
times.
has been out there. This has been
Not a chip in it.
This has been to Pomona. Been to cruising the coast. Been to Detroit. Been to Tunica, Mississippi. Woodward Avenue. It's been out there, man.
Just a quick thing, because you two were on the drag strip thing for the video of Lightfoot City, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's where we met.
Oh, we're not supposed to mention it. Sorry. But pretty cool. The point is, these guys use their cars. And you've heard a ton of different ways, trips around town, a drag strip, which they didn't go to, different things like that. But use your cars, get them out there, have fun. That's how other people are going to see them too. So
I'd like to make a little plug. Can I make a
Absolutely.
little plug?
Yes.
Leadfoot City. Leadfoot City, guys. We're gonna have a drag strip over there.
Yeah, we're waiting.
We're waiting.
We're waiting.
Yeah, we got to all support it. So, well, we're out of town.
We could
Kind
do
of this-
hours.
Oh, of course.
I mean,
of course.
everything is beautiful.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. Use them, get the word out there, let people see them, let kids sit in them.
Yes.
You can monitor it and take care of them, but let's get the other generations coming up involved in
Yes, let's
this.
get 'em.
Yes,
We
sir.
want to keep it going, right, guys?
The older guys are
Yeah.
slowly passing on.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
guys for having
You're
me.
exactly right.
Thank you. I
You
really
know,
appreciate that.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Well, I'm Chip,
I'm Steve.
I'm Kurt.
I'm Cliff.
I'm Ralph.
and this is Chip's Garage.